It's a beautiful Sunday, January the 24th. The sun is out. It's not too cold. And we're heading down to go visit my aunt. Remember, her two grandsons were at the house yesterday, and I was asking Joe to take me to see her. Well, he decided he would take me today. So we're heading down. I've got a tray of jam roll in the back. She doesn't know that I'm bringing that with me, but she's going to be excited to have that, of course. Today is Giselle's birthday. Man, that's a hard name to say. I think the G with the Z, Giselle. Anyways, her nickname is Jellybean. And today is her birthday. She turned 8. She's the one that's at the opening of my cooking channel saying, you're watching the Bear Pantry show. She did that for me when she was 5. And so she needs to come back quickly and do another clip for me. She tried to do one for me when she came to Disneyland last year, but it was too noisy out there, and I use it now and again, but it's not ideal. So anyways, it's a long trip. According to Google Maps, it's 1 hour and 11 minutes. She moved from the last place that she was living since I visited her last. So we're gonna go visit, and it's really nice when somebody invites you to come to their home and they really want you to come, where they're like so excited for you to say yes, right? So we're going there and spend a couple of hours and then head back home to enjoy the rest of the Sunday afternoon. Okay, what foolishness you listen now? If I may kick the bucket at 8 will happen?
He said, sweet daddy.
Oh, Lord have mercy, Joe. Look at all that pretty hair. Girl, you got soft hair. Young baby pretty hair. Marcy, when you have results?
They're gonna Tuesday on the 26th.
This Tuesday right here? It's gonna be great news.
Yes.
We're gonna claim it.
Yes.
Claim it now. You know, you got a lot of people praying for you, even in Australia. Marie's praying for you. Angie praying for you. This is my Aunt Lita.
Hi, Lita.
Hi, Lita. That's the man of the house. Lita, you know you totally confuse Alfredo, because he knows you as Margaret, and I'm always saying Lita, and he's like, who are you talking about? I'm like, the same person you're talking about.
Soften lips, leaving them smooth as can be. New Soft and Lush.
This is an old picture of my Aunt Eileen, Tylene for short. This is her sister, my grandmother Marie, and her husband Maurice, my grandpa. This is their brother, Godwin, that died when he was barely in his 40s. We think it could have been cancer, but back then they weren't diagnosing, you know? And this is Tylene's mom. She's gorgeous. I think she has some features for Jada, or Jada has some features for her. Tylene lived to be 98 and died Christmas Eve of 2004, by the way. This is my grandpa and my Aunt Jenny. You've seen her in my vlogs before. This is my Aunt Lita, and this is who we're visiting. This is Mom's sister. Take a look at her, see? Bringing some cashews for Joe. And heading back into the dining room where I'm following her being annoying. And take a look at Marcy. This is who we're praying for. Marcy is barely 39 or 40. When I came to this country, Marcy was 6 years old, and I used to have to bathe her. This is my uncle, the one that just walked 3 years after he had the stroke. Hey, girl, I gotta show Jada you. This is my beautiful goddaughter, Nevaeh. Girl, you're super fine. Are you sure you're not a supermodel? P-John got so big. P-John. What you doing back here, girl?
Oh, you're videoing me?
You look cute, don't worry. I can get out of the light so it look better. So now the light make it dark. This way, F.
Oh, I'm on candid camera?
Yes, you are. Oh, you look good so in the light. But she look better though.
Look at that. How it is.
Marcy, here come your family reunion, girl.
I know, right?
You asked for it. Look at Nevaeh, how she tall. Where the lighting is good. In the kitchen. Let's go in the kitchen, honey. Let's go to the kitchen. You're cold. Your arm's cold. Cut you off.
That's the way it's supposed to be. Tell them that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, now take it out.
That's a video?
Yeah.
All right, this is my goddaughter, and she's tall. How old are you now, 11 or 12?
11.
11, she just had a birthday in January, 11. You trying to play shy? Huh? Okay, take it off a video. So I just left my aunt's, and it was a wonderful visit. I didn't expect that all the rest of the family was gonna come. So her son came and her daughter Effie, which is my cousin. You guys have seen her on my vlogs before when she used to live at Madeline's. And Marcy lives there with Lita while she's dealing with lymphoma. So it was wonderful to see Nevaeh, my goddaughter. Joe's the godfather also for Nevaeh. We haven't seen her in quite a few years. So when Nevaeh was first born, her mom did not die in childbirth, but she died shortly after Nevaeh was born. So she gave birth to Nevaeh, and she was awake and alive for 3 days in the hospital with Nevaeh. Nevaeh was fine, but the mom was not fine, and they did not know what was wrong with her. And it was something to do with her heart that was not a heart attack. So it was some kind of heart defect that she had that she was not aware of. And Nevaeh was like her 6th baby. And she really wanted a girl because she had 5 boys with Jay. She had 1 older daughter that was not for Jay. And she really wanted a girl with Jay. And she got her girl. She got to love upon her for 3 days. She told them that she wanted them to name her Heaven, spelled backwards. So that's Nevaeh. And she slipped into a coma, and she died on day 6 after Nevaeh was born. By then Nevaeh was already home with Jay and Effie and them. So it was a devastating time for that family because Nevaeh's older brother was 2, the other one was 3, the other one was 5, and the other one was 9. The oldest daughter that was not biologically for Jay was 12 years old, and her dad took her. And so Jay was left with what, 5 little bitty kids, a newborn, 2, 3, 5, and 9. And here we are 11 years later. I mean, time really flies. And let me put this back on, guys. The oldest boy is 19. He's getting ready to be 20 in March. And the other one, 5 plus 11, that is what? 5 plus 11, Joe, 16? The other boy's getting ready to be 17. And then the other one that was 3, he's 14, probably going on 15. And the other one that was 2, he's 13, going on 14. He has a mustache. I'm like, goodness, goobity gobba, where did these kids get so grown? And Nevaeh walked in like a supermodel. I was like, wow, that's my baby girl. Oh my goodness. I remember when she used to come spend time with me when she was a baby. We used to cry whenever she left. We would just cry because we felt so sorry for her that she didn't have a mom. And the thing is, Jay did not know how to deal with the grief of losing their mom, so he never spoke about her. He has 1 picture on the wall of her, and he never ever spoke about her. That's it. Nobody asked. Nevaeh one time asked Jada, how come I don't have a mom? Everybody has a mom and I don't have a mom. And Jada sat down and told her why. And I think that's the only thing she ever heard about her mom. It's just shocking. So we're heading home. It's getting dark already. It's probably going to be dark by the time we get home. We did have a wonderful time. We ate some good food. Joe, you brought all my stuff, right? The pan? You brought the pan? Okay. So I'm bringing home all my stuff that I left there the last time I went. And my aunt was happy for the jam roll. She made some wonderful oxtails, and we had a fantabulous day. And the only thing that kind of sucked from there is that the internet sucked. So I couldn't periscope from there, but at least I vlogged. So I'm so glad to be going home though. I'm kind of tired. Joe, you tired, babe? You tired? No? He might be stronger than me, guys. You stronger than me?
Are you hot?
No, I'm getting hot though. That's my baby. I'm at the shop right now, guys. It's early Monday morning, and take a look here. This is Josh, Jory, and Jada, and this right here is sweet Nevaeh that we saw yesterday. So when my aunt invited me over yesterday, I totally didn't know that she was going to invite her son Jay and her other daughter Effie and stuff. And let me tell you, I was so happy to see Nevaeh. We haven't seen her in like 2 years. We would catch up with her at the parties that Effie would have at Madeline's home. But in the past, I would say maybe 4 years ago, up to 4 years ago, we used to go pick her up really, really often to come spend the weekends with us and stuff. But it got kind of tedious for Joe because we'd have to go get her like Friday night and take her back by Sunday evening. And it was very, very difficult for Joe to do that because they live like 60 miles away. And then when Jay moved into like the worst part of LA, Joe's like, I'm not going over there to get shot, you know. So it's like we kind of abandoned her and we kind of feel bad. So I'm sitting here, you know, making plans for this year, like trying to figure out how we can go get her more often, maybe like on her spring break or something, to come spend a week with us. So I really hope that we can work something out because she definitely needs that extra love and care. Jay recently married maybe a year and a half ago, and his new wife is sweet and stuff, but she's like really, really complacent. She's got 4 kids of her own. She's Hispanic. She doesn't know how to deal with the coarser type hair and stuff like that. Jada knows how to deal with all types of hair. So we figure we could bring her out and make her feel beautiful and love her and show her a good time and then take her back, you know, when she's on vacation and stuff, you know? Hey guys, I want to pose a question to you guys that comment often at the vlog. So I've been going to the church for quite a few months now on Wednesdays to record the announcements, right? I do the voiceovers for the announcement. Now, this is what I donate to the church. I don't get paid for this. And it would be the equivalent as if I, you know, joined a choir or joined one of the auxiliaries or whatever. This is my skill and this is what I give the church. Now, to tell you the truth, I didn't quite offer it up. The pastor's wife, I guess, maybe saw my show and saw my abilities. I had offered it when I first joined the church in 2008, and they didn't accept me because, you know, these churches always seem to have cliques, and I don't join cliques. You know what I mean? So it never happened, and I never even, I think I recorded one, and the guy that does the recording loved me, but the guy that did the scheduling, I wasn't a part of the clique, so I never got invited back. I don't even think they played the announcement that I recorded way back in 2008. Anyways, the pastor's wife asked me if I would come and do this for the church. And I've been enjoying doing it. It's a lot of hard work, more than you would think, because I have to rewrite the announcements off of a flyer and make it like into a script. And they always want a lot of information in a 30-second segment. And really and truly, they're trying to cram a minute and a half worth of stuff into 30 seconds. So I have to make it work. Sometimes I have to change how I say the dates. Sometimes I have to cross out the names of the people that you're repeating several times, who's going to be at the function or whatever. So anyways, they set it up that I'm supposed to show up every Wednesday at 3 o'clock, do or die. If they don't have any announcements for me to record, they would call me and tell me not to come. So several times I've talked about this at the vlog, but I never put the segment in, and I'm not even sure I'm going to put it in now because I do know that some of the church members are really, really nice, and I think they watch my cooking show and they may come and find the vlog, but I'm not gonna call names and stuff, okay? So like I said, it's set up to where they call me if they don't want me to come, and if I don't get a call from them, I'm supposed to show up. So I didn't really like that setup because what if they forget to call me? Then I would have driven over there in vain. So right before Joe had his surgery, they set it up to where they would send me the communicator in an email, and I'm supposed to go through it and see what announcements have not been recorded and then rewrite them and then come in to record them. Well, that didn't work for me because I don't go to the church often enough. I don't go every Sunday. I go first Sunday and third Sunday. And that's not going to work. I'm not going to know what's being recorded and what's being played, right? So I looked through the communicator and I thought all of them were already recorded from what I was hearing. And so I was nervous this one day and I called them to ask them if I should come. It was on the Wednesday. And they were kind of rude to me on the phone. They're like, well, we didn't call you and tell you not to come. Isn't that the deal? We're supposed to call you. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm coming. And when I got there, I kind of got chewed out by the person that does the recording and by the person that does the scheduling. When I walked in, the first person that does the scheduling was like, you know, I can't be here taking phone calls every Wednesday from you to see if you're supposed to come or not. Isn't the deal that you're supposed to come unless we call you? I'm like, yeah, we already went over this on the phone. And the reason that I called, like I said already, is because I didn't see any new commercials and I don't have the gas to waste to drive over here if there was nothing new. I said, me and the other lady the one that does the recording, we never set up a time frame in which she was supposed to call me, because she says get here at 3, and you guys might think that I leave like a quarter of 3 to come, but I leave actually at 2:20 because I have to beat a lot of traffic that's going across the freeway. And so you guys don't know that. So we need to set up a time. She has to call me by this time, because then it would have been fruitless for her to call me any later than a certain time. She goes, okay, we'll clear that up with her. So when I went into the room, she came to me, and she has a way that she talks where I don't know if she's being sarcastic or if that's the way she talks. And she says, I thought we had it set up to where, and she pauses a lot like that, I would call you if you didn't need to come. I didn't call you. And I'm like, yeah, we had it. I had to go through the whole crap again about why I called. Anyways, fast forward to the day that Joe had his surgery. They didn't call me. By that time, I had set it up with her. If you don't call me before 2 o'clock on Wednesday, then, you know, it'll be futile because I'm already coming. So she's like, no, I'll always call you before then. As a matter of fact, I'll call you Tuesday. I'm like, oh, that works even better. And so Joe had his surgery, and I drove down there. Joe's surgery was at 6. You know, remember when he removed that little cyst out of his forehead? It wasn't major surgery. And I went over there, and I got there, and she ran to the car. She's like, oh my God, I forgot to call you. I was sick yesterday on Tuesday, and when I came in, I was overwhelmed with everything that I had to do. And I totally forgot that you don't need to come, yada, yada. And to me, I was, in my mind, I was like, this is exactly what I was trying to avoid. What does it hurt for me to make one simple phone call, right? So I didn't go off on her. I'm like, you know, it's okay. Joe has surgery. You know, I'm distracted anyways. Bye. And I left. Since then, I've gone a couple of times. And then for about 6 weeks, they call me every Tuesday to tell me don't come. And so Joe and I are feeling, well, Joe more than me is feeling like they don't want me to come anymore. And again, it's because of the click thing. It's not because I don't do a good job with the commercials. If you guys hear the advertisements when they play them, even if they play 6 ads that I've recorded back to back, you don't know that every one of those people is me. Really and truly, I change my voice. I don't change my accent ever, but I change the register of my voice. You know, I go deeper, or I go higher, you know, and I change, and you don't know that it's me, because that's what I hate about the ads at the church and stuff. For a whole 3 minutes, they're running ads, and it's the one person screaming, come to the bake sale, come bring your kids. You guys know what it sounds like. So anyways, Joe thinks that they don't really want to use me anymore because I don't go to church often enough. And they don't know how to tell me, no, don't come back. So he wants me to tell them, hey, I need a break. I need to take a break from this for a while, and maybe in the future I'll revisit this. I don't want to have to say that. It's not that I really want to go do it, but I feel like if you put me in such a position to where I'm not going to call you, if I'm going to come and you're going to scold me about it, even though I'm doing this for free, then keep calling. Every Tuesday, you're going to be tortured with calling me on Tuesday or Wednesday to tell me not to come, because that's what they've done for 6 weeks. So if they don't want me to come anymore, they need to be the one to come to me and say, hey, let's take a break for a while. You know, we don't have a lot of things to record, and so we'll call you again when we need you in the future. I want them to be the one to say that to me. I don't want to go back and say to them, and Joe's like, no, you tell them, because it's messing with our Wednesdays, because when we have a lot of work here, you have to stop to go do this, and we have to make arrangements for Josh to be here, and it's such an inconvenience. So I'm asking you as my commentators at my vlogs, you know, even if you haven't commented before, you can get in on this. Should I make the move that Joe wants me to make and tell the people I need a break? Or should I just let them continue to call me and tell me not to come, and let them make that move to tell me, hey, we don't need for you to come anymore? What do you guys think? Just letting you guys know that I did get a call from the church. I didn't get the call, so they left me a voicemail. I haven't played it yet, but the rule of thumb is if they call, I'm not supposed to go in. So this is week 7 that they supposedly have no announcements. I've never seen you with a happier laugh. Are you laughing at me? Are you laughing with me or for me? What? Can you explain what the laughter is about?
At you.
I thought you loved me.
I love you.
Huh? Why are you laughing at me?
Hey, I love you.
Okay, explain why you're laughing at me.
Huh?
Tell me why you're laughing at me.
People don't want you there. You don't see that?
But baby, why? I'm loved everywhere I go. Why am I not loved there? Huh? Why am I not loved there?
Don't know, baby.
You always tell me why I'm not loved there. What's your answer?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
I guess because they're afraid of yours. Because they're afraid of your smartness.
You always say that. You always say you're too smart. You have too much scripture down in you. They know they can't snow you with their crap. And what are you doing? The auction again. Did it start already? Our auction? This is a different one? When does our auction start? At 12?
This is Denver.
Okay, don't ever go by my clocks at the shop. Every one of them are telling the wrong time. That one's wrong. That one's wrong. The one outside is wrong. Hey guys, I was cleaning up the office today and I found some pictures, and so I want to share a little testimony with you guys. See this picture right here of Jada? It's not bad lighting or bad camera angle. As shiny and red as her face looked is really how it was, okay? See her cheeks? I can't get too close with the camera because it'll blur up on me, but around her lips were all chapped, her face was red and inflamed, and it was almost like the symptoms of having a sunburn. At age 11, Jada started having these symptoms. Now, she was born with eczema, but it was behind her knees and elbow like normal people. But when she turned 11, that's when it started attacking her face. So see, she's still trying to smile as usual. She's always been a happy little girl, but she started having this cycle. And this lasted 2 weeks, this stage, where she'd be like this. Around her lips was the worst. Around her nose, it would go up her cheek and to her earlobe, which you can't see in this picture. But pretty much it was really, really bad. Jada couldn't smile or sing or do anything to bring joy to herself at this stage, okay? But look at her lips still. And then finally, her face would clean up. Every part of the cycle would take 2 weeks, okay? And then this is how she looks. Like she lost all the pigment from her face, kind of like vitiligo, and you can tell the difference like with her neck, how dark her neck is, and her arms. See the difference? And she would look scary with this. The kids would look at her and like, what the hell's wrong with you? And then we found the product that she started using, and with prayer, I believe prayer worked. She got a miracle and she started looking like this. Quick update on my cousin Marcy. The lymphoma did not grow any bigger. It did not shrink any smaller from the treatments that she received in Chicago. It stayed the same. It did not spread. So that's all the good news. But she's going to have to go through 2 more cycles of chemo, which holds 4 sessions in each cycle, 2 weeks apart. So she still has a little battle ahead of her, but she's optimistic. And even though she's going to lose her beautiful hair again, she's grateful for the fact that she's also going to lose some weight. So I'll keep you guys updated, all right? My friend Linda, her son had been battling kidney cancer for the past 18 months, and she just called to tell me that it's in remission. And that cancer was jumping all over his body and even to his brain, to the point that they told him to get his affairs in order. So she got some super fantastic news today. So yeah, we're gonna keep claiming all these healings, okay? We're gonna keep claiming them. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. Please check out my other channels right here to the right of your screen, the cooking channel, the product review channel, and Joe's channel. The links are in the description box.